were it.
Yes, and another parts displaced to the chat.
Look at it, please. This verb, flee. Flee is
flee.
Flee. The past tense is fled. Fled. Flee is s'enfuir. So they fled to Chad. Another part fled to Chad.
Okay. Another group fled to Chad. Yes.
Okay. Wow. That is interesting, Mr. Mberebada. So
now we have the government military in the area with his Russian arm.
Okay, you have the government.
Russian.
Yes, you
with
have
the Russian army.
So you have the army with some Russian soldiers.
Yes.
Avec des militaires russes.
Oui.
Okay. So you have the army.
Because now our army work together with the Russia soldier.
Okay. You just say with Russian soldiers. Russian soldiers. Russian soldiers means soldiers, les soldats russes. Wow. But where is the rebellion now still strong in Central African Republic? Where?
I think in the east or south.
Okay.
In the north, in the north, now the rebel group is not strong.
Okay.
Because the army push him to flee in Chad, and the situation is
stable.
Good.
The situation is
stable now. It's stable, yes.
Okay. Hello, my mom. Please, I'm on a Zoom meeting. I'll get back to you soon. So.
What do you do with?
Yes, sorry, it's my brother who called me. So I had to.
Okay.
Yes, I will call him later, not now. And yes. So, Mr. Mberebada, when since your organization has operations in Kagabandoro, what kind of operation and what did you go to do there?
According to my mission?
Yes.
Okay. My mission is
my mission was.
My mission was my main target in this mission is to visit site construction with the companies.
Okay.
Because now we need to build some houses in Kagabandoro. Some houses in Kagabandoro.
Okay.
And in our process, the company must to visit site before to send his offers.
Okay. So during the bidding process,
yes,
bidding process for the contract, one of the stages.
All companies.
Yes, but I'm saying one of the stages. One of the stages means l'une des étapes is for the company, for the bidders. Bidders means ceux qui ont comptent faire des soumissions pour le marché.
Soumettre le dossier d'appel d'offres.
Good. So one of the stages is for the bidders to visit the site.
Yes.
So your mission in Kagabandoro this week was to accompany the bidders to visit the site where the houses will be constructed. And then before they now come and prepare their offer.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. But must you go with them?
Please?
Must you?
Can you repeat?
Is it mandatory? Mandatory means obligatoire. Is it mandatory for you to go to accompany them to the site? Can they not go there alone?
It is mandatory for me to go because it is our site. I know the site and the company don't know the site. And if I am on the site, I can explain in the company how we need to do. And if we can have some problem on the site, the company asked me question about it, and I reply on the situation.
Okay, I now understand clearly your role. So you are the project owner.
Exactly.
Good. The project owner, the one. Le propriétaire du projet is IRC. And since you are in charge of the construction work at IRC Central Africa, you represent your organization during this visit.
Yes, I represent my organization. Also, because I am the technical responsible.
Okay.
The technical responsible of this project. Okay. And I am one of the teams to do on the project.
Okay. So, before you look at it, quelqu'un qui est responsable des aspects techniques, it is not the responsible technical or technical responsible. It is, I am the person responsible for technical issues.
Oh,
yes, technical.
The person responsible for technical issues.
Yes, don't say technical responsable. No. In English, responsable technique is the person responsible for technical issues. The person in charge of technical issues. Okay. So before this visit, how many times have you gone to Kagabandoro because of that site?
To travel to the site?
Yes, how many times?
To go, because I travel by airplane.
Yes.
In airplane, I need just 1 hour to flight in Kagabandoro.
Good. My problem is not the duration. My problem is the number of times you have gone to Kaga Bandoro from Bangui. How many times have you gone to Kaga Bandoro to work on that site? Is this the first time that you went to Kaga Bandoro?
No. My last visit in Kaga Bandoro is in was in 2021.
Okay.
I think in April.
In April 2021.
Yes.
Wow. And what did you go to do there? Did you go there with bidders or companies, or you went there alone?
I went alone, but I went to discuss with the land property.
Okay.
To present the projects.
Okay.
And to discuss with the management of our sub-delegation.
Okay.
And to present him the drawing and all things in the project.
Okay.
All things in the project.
All the technical aspects of the project.
Not just technical as project, all issues according to the project.
So apart from technical issues, what are some other issues that you discuss with the authorities?
The financial issues.
Okay.
The environmental issues.
Okay.
And the administration issues.
So you went to Kaga Bandoro this time to talk, to present the site to the people, the companies which are interested in bidding for the contracts.
Mm-hmm.
Good. My question is this. What are some of the problems that these companies, what are some of the questions that they asked you about the site?
Okay. The question on the site, we have some house on the site.
Okay.
And now with the land property, we start to do the demolition.
Mm-hmm.
And the company need to know if at the end of the demolition,
yes,
who can clean the site before to start the work.
So it is not just, it is not just, but engineer, this site, the construction, it is for whose benefit? Who are the beneficiaries of that construction?
The beneficiary is a man, Mr. Kilo. It is his land.
Okay.
And we cannot buy a land because we can start many times on the set. If the war finish and the situation is good, we left to Kaga Bandoro. We will leave. So to work in the set, it is not the rent. The site we discuss with the beneficiary and we take it in the rent and we work on the site.
Okay.
Sure.
You improve.
À l'intérieur.
Hello?
Oui, yes, I hear you.
Okay. So the beneficiary is not Mr. Gilou. Mr. Gilou is the landlord.
Landlord.
Le propriétaire d'une maison, d'un terrain is the landlord or the landowner. The landowner. Now, my question is, what do you want to construct there? Briefly tell us what the construction, what is it?
Okay. We construct this house for our staff.
Okay.
Our staff.
Okay.
Because on the site in Kakabandoro, we cannot find a good hotel.
Okay.
So we construct our house and we use it like that guest house.
Okay, to lodge your staff.
Mm-hmm. To lodge our staff, yes.
Mm. Wait, in Kagabandoro, you say, so in Kagabandoro, the infrastructure there is not good.
So if the infrastructure is good, we cannot pay all-time hotels for our staff because it is very expensive.
Okay. So now the land, what is the dimension? What they call in French superficie. What is the dimension of the land that you want to rent?
I think 50 meter on 50 meter.
Wait, 50 par 50?
Yes.
Which means that it is 2,500 square meters, 2,500 mètres carrés.
Yes.
So please remember, this is how they say 2,500 mètres carrés. 2,500 square meters. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And is there any difficulty in terms of the land? Is there any problem in terms of the relief of the land? Is it flat?
The land is not flat.
Okay.
You have some difficulty of relief.
Okay.
But it is not, the difficulty is not big.
Okay.
It is, you need just to
grade.
Décaper.
To grade it. Grade it means, yes, to grade it means juste le rambler.
Rambler, décaper.
What is décaper, creuser?
Ça dit, oui, c'est que, bon, c'est pas plat, il y a un peu de montagne, on vient, on coupe la montagne pour que ça devienne plat, quoi.
You just need to flatten it. Flatten means rendre ça plat.
Ah, okay.
You need to flatten it. Yes, to flatten it means, flat means plat. So you need to flatten it means, on a juste besoin de rendre ça plat, soit en coupant une partie donc en travaillant dessus. So you need, okay. And what do you want to construct concretely? Is it like a hotel? Is it apartments? What do you want to construct there? And how many? What are the dimensions and the specifications?
We will construct just an apartment, and the dimension is 30 meters in the long, and 12 meters in the large.
Okay, so 30 meters long and 12 meters wide. Meters wide. Wide means la largeur.
Okay.
Long means la longueur, la good. 30 meters long and good. 30 meters long and 12 meters wide. So in all, the building will be 300 and something square meters. And then the other land, what will you do with it?
We will to do some house, but not to live in.
Okay.
But this house is for many persons. 10 rooms.
Okay.
And if you have 10 rooms, we need some area to use like that refectoire.
Yes.
Okay.
Eat. Yes, like the refectory. Refectory, kitchen, etc.
Refectory and also a sports salle.
Okay.
Sport room.
Okay, a sports room. Okay. And how much is the total cost?
The total costs, in our estimation, it is 172 million.
Okay.
Millions. Yes.
Okay.
72
okay.
Millions.
Okay, but the best way to say it is according to our estimates.
According to our estimate. Okay.
Estimates means no devis, no prévision.
Yes.
Selon nos prévisions, according to our estimates, it is 100 and something million.
Okay.
Now, how are you going to compensate Mr. Gilou for his land?
Can you repeat?
How are you going to compensate Mr. Gilou?
Okay, for
the landlord.
Okay.
Yes.
In our political.
No, in our policy. According to our policy, not to politique.
Okay. According to our policy.
Yes.
According to our policy, you cannot buy the land in the field.
Okay.
So we take it in the rent. Now we finance the construction.
Yes.
After the construction, we have some discussion with Mr. Gilou, and we pay the rent monthly.
No, monthly.
Monthly. Yes. Monthly. monthly. We pay the rent monthly, and in the price of the rent, you reduce a big part of the price to compensate our money we use to construct the house.
The house. So, for example, how do you calculate that? That you pay Mr. Gilou a monthly rent. Monthly rent, loyer mensuel.
I can give you some example.
Yes.
In Bambari, for example, we build a house, and we use about 40 million to build it. And during our discussion with the landlord, he asked us to pay 380,000 francs
every month.
By month, every month. And in this amount, we give just 80,000 francs
per month.
Monthly.
Yeah.
Yes. Per month. And the 300 is our compensation of the
construction
price,
work.
the total price. Yes.
So look at it. You agree on a monthly rent, and you deduct the cost of construction from the rents. Okay, which means that if you are deducting 300,000 francs every month, or monthly, or per month, not by month, per month, per mois.
Per month, okay.
Yes. When you deduct 300,000 francs per month in the from the rents, how many years do you sign the contract with the number of years that you will spend there till the rents expire? And then what will happen to the house?
You can repeat?
No, can you repeat? Can you repeat?
Can you repeat? Okay, good.
Good. What I'm asking is this. You deduct 300,000 francs from the rent in Bambari. So what is the duration of that contract? How many years will you deduct 300,000? Because it can be eternal.
No, it is not eternal. I think 9 years. 9 years.
9 years, you deduct 300,000 francs.
Yes.
So after those 9 years, if the war continues, what will you do?
If after 10 years, we will pay 380,000 francs monthly.
Okay. So after the 9 years, from the 10th year, à partir de la 10e année, à partir du 2e jour, from the 10th day, 10th year, you will pay the full rent.
The full rent, yes.
And then if the landlord doesn't want to take the 380,000 and he asks you to pay 1 million, can you leave him the house?
In the contract, we have some orientation about it.
Okay.
If 1 year, I think you can add 2% of the amount on the contract.
Wow. Okay.
2%.
2%. They call it percent, not percent. Percent.
2%. 2%.
Okay. So after the contract expires, that's the 9 years of deducting 300,000 every month. After it expires, what you can do now is to ask to pay 380,000 francs per month. And the next year, after 1 year, the landlord will add 2%.
Yes.
And then the third year, he adds 2%.
The 2%, the situation depends.
Okay.
If during the use and the landlord do some amelioration, it is possible to him to tell us to add something on the contract.
Okay.
On the rent.
Good. So your approach is an approach of dialogue. Permanent dialogue.
Our approach is
with your
permanent dialogue with the landlord. Yes.
Okay. No, it is clear now. It is clear now, and I think I understand. But what are some of the problems that you usually have with the landlords? Or there are no problems since you started, since your organization started working with such partners?
So with all of our landlords, we use the permanent dialogue with all of landlords.
Okay.
And we don't have many difficulty with him. Just some landlord refuse to correct some problem on the building, and if we decide to correct it, he refused to pay.
The landlord will refuse to pay.
Yes.
Yes, but see, those types of landlord, we call them greedy landlords. The buyer
landlord.
Yes. A greedy landlord is a landlord who doesn't appreciate his tenant, because you are the tenant, the locataire. Who doesn't appreciate the efforts of his tenant and wants everything to come to him. But do you have a situation where you have a contract with a landlord and maybe the landlord dies and his children come or his successors come and they want to change the contract?
Now, no. But we have some situation where the landlord did, and his children cannot have a discussion to design one successor.
Yes.
And if we cannot have the officially document to the successor,
okay,
we use the house, but we cannot pay the rent.
Okay. So look at this word, please. It is not design. It is designate.
Designate. Okay.
Designate. Or choose a successor. Choose, choisir. Good.
Designate.
So the landlord is your partner. Is the partner of. Then now the construction company. Why did you take the construction companies from Bangui, or there are construction companies in Kagabandoro?
It is a problem of quality and competencies.
Competency,
because yes, in Kagabandoro, it is difficult to find the good technician.
Okay.
In all things, and in Kagabandoro now, according to the security situation, you cannot find the financial company. For example, bank, you cannot find it in Kagabandoro. Yes, if we take a Kagabandoro company, we need to pay him. We need to use the cash.
Okay.
And in our policy, to use many cash is not good for the security.
Okay.
We prefer to use
banks.
The bank.
Okay. No, I now
and
understand.
The final capacity of the Kagabandoro company is not the same from the Bangui company.
Okay, no, I understand. Look at it. It's not a Bangui company. It's a Bangui-based company. Une société basée à Bangui.
Bangui-based company, okay.
Good. Or a Kagabandoro-based company. So those are some of the technical issues that you have to determine before you launch a project bid.
That's right.
Okay, good. But do you have a team already in Kagabandoro?
Yes. We have a administration team in Kagabandoro. Okay. But in Kagabandoro, we have also another department, water and habitation.
Okay.
And water and habitation work with the ICRC beneficiary. But we work from our staff. We work for our staff.
Yeah.
We work on the office, on the guest house, all things to give a good work situation with our staff.
Okay. So to provide, it is not to give, to provide.
To provide
decent housing and working conditions. So your job is to provide decent housing and working conditions for your staff. Wow, that is great. So, who sponsored the trip to and from Kagabandoro? Is it your company, your organization, or it is the companies that accompanied you to go and see the site?
Can you repeat, please?
Who sponsored? Who paid? Because you went there, you stayed there for some days in the hotel, you took a flight to and from Kagabandoro, you had mission allowance. So who sponsored it? Is it ICRC? Oh, IRC, sorry. Or is it the companies that sponsored the trip? Trip is le voyage, aller-retour.
The company sponsors the trip for his team.
For their team?
But for me, yes. Okay. For the team. ICRC sponsors for me is ICRC.
Yes. Do you know why I'm asking this, Mr. Mberebada? Do you know why I'm asking this?
No.
We are in Africa, Mr. Mberebada. And yes. And a company that wants to get a contract has to see the boss.
It is easy for us, because for us we don't need money before to give the offers, but
to award the contract.
Yes.
To award the contract pour passer le marché.
Non, on n'est pas encore à passer, c'est-à-dire pour donner les dossiers d'appel d'offres.
Okay, no, to provide access to the bidding documents.
Yes, to provide access to the bidding document, we don't have. We don't
need money.
But some organization, in another organization, if the company need to provide the bridal document, he pay. He pay something.
Yes, I remember they asked for some money, like 50,000 francs, 100,000 francs.
Yes.
And you bring the receipt. So
yes, but for us it is not the same thing. So the trips in the field is in the company charge.
Okay, wait. The companies are responsible for their expenses. Please, this word, expenses on the field.
Les dépenses?
Yeah, les dépenses, their expenses. So they are responsible for their expenses on the field during the visit. Okay. So before we separate, I would like to know whether for me to bid for a contract with your organization, do I just must I be must I be authorized? An authorized supplier. Authorized supplier means un fournisseur agréé. Authorized supplier, or I just need to hear that IRC wants to build a house in
Kakabandoro.
Kakabandoro, and I just come and apply. Do you
No.
have a process to select suppliers?
We have this process to select supplier. Before, if some company need to work with us, he prepare all documents, the administration document, financial document, and you give us this document.
Okay.
And when we need to construct, you can go in our
database.
Bibliothèque database. In our database,
yes,
we search a company can have
the expertise,
the expertise, technical quality, financial capacity, and you choose them to come.
You contact them and you invite them. You invite them. You don't choose. You invite them.
Yes, I invite them. We invite them to our bidders.
Okay, to be your bidders.
Yes, bidders.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Mberebada, my engineer, for this wonderful explanation. Now I know the process. And I can now see the type of work you do. You are not...
It is not easy.
Yes, you are in a very strategic position, Mr. Mberebada. You are in a strategic position. And I know that in Africa, when my brother, come on, frère, en haut, je suis aussi en haut. Yes, that is Africa. so please, next week, we will discuss our Zoom session. I will be having Zoom sessions with you every week, at least once. I would like you to, yes, I would like you to prepare a presentation on the difficulties for you that you face at your job in your strategic position as the focal point for the construction and maintenance of infrastructure for the staff of IRC. And then I would like you to look at not only the difficulties you face with the monitoring and evaluation, but the difficulties, some of the temptations. I don't know whether you know temptation. Yes, there should be temptations. That's why I said my brother is up, I too am up. So that is the African mentality. That is the African mentality. That Mberebada, he was my friend in primary school. We lived in the same house. So now that he's a boss there, I have to go and he will give me the contract. So please prepare a presentation on that. But I also wanted us to discuss during your trainings, since about 3 weeks now, during your training on with my mentor, Blandine, what are some of the activities that you will like us to continue with that are good for you?
I think all activity is good.
Okay.
And I need to continue to do some activity. For example, the weekly programs is good, and I need to continue in this system. Because this system give me an opportunity to do many exercises, and I like also to continue to send you record, to have the Zoom discussion. I think
what we will do as from next week is that I would like you now to focus more on speaking.
Speaking.
Yes, which means that every day make an effort to leave us a voice message, maybe about your day, the previous day, what you did, etc. Just a short voice note, 1 minute, 2 minutes, so that from there we can initiate a discussion every day, and then we continue with the other activities. Because when the more you speak, the more we identify your problems. Like now, what I will do tomorrow is I will prepare your mistakes on the chat window. I will prepare mistakes of pronunciation, mistakes of false cognates, vocabulary, grammar. I'll prepare them, and then I'll start sending them to you with the audio. Then from there, now, so that next week we start interacting.
Okay. I have some question.
Yes.
It's possible for it. Okay. It's possible to. So I cannot reform my question.
Okay.
Do you have some student in the training, and I can meet them to have discussion between students?
No, for now, what we want for now, there will be a time for you where we will connect students, participants. We'll have joint Zoom sessions, work on WhatsApp together. For now, what we are doing, the first thing, as I told you, the first step is that we want you to speak freely. Do you understand? To speak freely, to be free, relaxed. What I know today from our first Zoom session last month, what I have seen today is that you are speaking more fluently. The time, Mr. Mberebada, the time you spend to chercher le mot in your head has to reduce till it disappears. That's the first thing. And then the second thing is that when you build your vocabulary enough, we will now, and then you are used to speaking with Anglophones, with us, it will not be difficult for you to interact with other Francophone participants. We don't want to create a situation where by the time you start discussing with some participants, they start discouraging you because their level is very high or their level is very weak. Do you understand? So the first 2 months.
Yes, I understand.
The first 2-3 months, let us build the foundation. The next month will be, yes, the next months will be months of where you will be using it. There you will be like an Anglophone. That is the most important thing. Okay. So thanks very much. If you have any other question, it is time for you to ask.
No question. It's good.
Good. Thank you very much, Mr. Mberebada, my engineer.
Thank you too.
And welcome back to Welcome back to Bangui.
Bangui?
Yes.